All right, we're going to start with sitting. Put our music on here. Sitting, finding your sit bones, sitting up nice and tall, moving any flesh away. Your sit bones, you can use your blocks if necessary underneath your legs. Close your eyes, relaxing the shoulders, relaxing your face, letting your breath. As you exhale, let your shoulders continue to move away from your ears, let the face relax. Keep the tailbone facing down towards the mat, maintaining your posture. Slowing down the breath. Bringing your shoulder blades down your rib cage. And then we'll go ahead, if you have blocks, you can remove them, or you can just recross the leg. Dropping the right hand down to the side, draw the left arm up, lengthening through the side. You can side bend as much as you want on this side, whatever feels comfortable, but remember to keep the sit bones down. And then as we exhale, bring your belly button to your spine, come on back up, we'll head over to the other side. Lengthening through the side body. One more breath. Back up, sitting. Drop her. Find your posture first, and then drop your chin down towards your chest. Breathe here. You want to apply a little overpressure on the back of the head, you can do that. Still maintaining your posture, but just opening to the back of the head. One more breath. And then coming back up, sitting. Drop the right ear towards the right shoulder. Take the left arm out to the side. Wave that arm back. Turn the palm up. Feel the difference here when we turn that palm up. I'm getting that undersurface of the forearm. And you may feel a little bit of stretching or tingling down into the hand. That's some of the nerves. So we'll do a little bit of slider. So dropping the ear towards the left shoulder and then bringing the ear towards the right shoulder as you move your wrist. So we're gliding this back and forth. And we'll stop in the middle, palm facing forward. Take that arm behind your back. And we're going to go ahead and take our head to the right side, rotating, and then guiding our head down towards our right armpit. And breathe here. One more breath here. And release, coming back to center. You just roll the shoulders up, down, and back. Just moving the shoulders, keeping the head still. Okay. And then we'll go ahead and bring the left ear towards the left shoulder. Take that right arm up and leave it. We turn the palm up, and then we'll do the head bob back and forth. Continue to breathe here as we slide our nerves in our arm, on our neck. And then we'll go ahead and pause there, face forward, bring that arm back, stand up nice and tall, and then looking down towards your left knee. Breathe. And one more breath here. Release, coming down. Center, let's bring the shoulders up towards your ears, back and around. A few more circles. And then place the hands on your shoulders and circle the elbows. So opening up the chest. So we're going up, out, and back. Then reverse it the other direction. So now we're coming forward. And what you can do here is if you want to round forward, you can do that and then come back. Look up, so you're extending and then coming forward. So we're getting some motion up through our upper back and neck here as we do these. And then we'll go ahead and do the same thing back. So this time lifting up, extending, and then as we come forward, you can round. So a little bit of cat-cow for the upper body here. And go ahead and relax those arms down and just take a moment, feel how that has changed, what you're feeling in your upper body as we start to move and wake that up. And let's go back to side bending again. So right hand out to the side, left arm up and over. Maybe have a little more mobility here. You can turn the hand up and look up towards the ceiling. And then coming back over and over to the other side bending down, looking up towards the ceiling. Breathe. And last breath here as we come on back up. Today. We're going to bring our legs forward. So I'll just reach back so you can see my feet here. All right, oh, pretty close. So sitting up nice and tall, we're not slouching back, okay? We're sitting up nice and tall. If you want to engage the pelvic floor, go ahead and do that. Bring those, close those outer muscles, inner muscles, bringing up and in on the pelvic floor. And what we're going to go from here, we're going to have you go ahead and reach around the back of the left leg, up and down here. So still staying up in your chest. So we haven't changed our position. We're just adding the leg, pumping up and down. So you get some motion in the leg. And then we'll go ahead and hold it up. And if you can reach for some part of your leg or the sole of your foot, go ahead and do that. We're still staying up nice and tall. One more breath here. And lower it down. Coming over to the other side, still nice and tall. Pump that line up and down. And then folding it up, finding someplace on that leg, folding that up, keeping the chest up. 2 more breaths. And then lowering that leg down. So now we're still sitting up in that nice sit bone, on the sit bone. Round out the back a bit, tuck the chin down, and then exhale, use your abdominals to bring yourself back up. So these are little sit backs. As you come up, squeeze in that pelvic floor if you want to strengthen that. Pull it up. And one more time, sitting back, squeeze and pull up. Perfect. All right, go ahead and straighten out your legs. We're gonna go ahead and turn sideways here. So on the blanket, I'm going to scooch to the edge of that blanket. So my sit bones are right on that tip. You can have a block with you. So we're sitting up nice and tall on this edge of that sit bone. What that does is it helps that sit bone area to kind of rotate forward. So we're going to go into static pose. So sitting up nice and tall, you can have the blocks here to help support you. And this, we don't have to go real far. So it's better. I mean, some of us have more flexibility than others. But just because you have flexibility doesn't always mean you want to push it to the edge. You want to make sure you keep the core engaged here and begin to just move the entire body forward. So you feel maybe some talking in the hamstring. The other option is you can put the blocks underneath of your legs. Okay, so you have a little bit of bend into the. All right, so we're inhale, lengthen, exhale, take it a little bit further forward. And every exhale, just taking it a little bit more. Still keeping the chest elevated. Your gaze is going to be down towards your feet. Once you get to the point where you're as far as you are comfortable, we're going to pause here just for 3 reps. One thing about nerves is they don't want it to be overstretched. That's why you don't want to go into a stretch and over stretch a muscle because there's nerves inside those muscles. And they're spurting, and they're going to slowly roll back up. And there's some nerves that are these big, long nerves, like the sciatic nerve. So there's lots of tension in that nerve. All right. So we're done with that. Just the one step pose, just starting to open up a little bit of that posterior fascial line. All right, so from here, I'm going to scooch back onto my blanket a little bit more. And we're going to go ahead and take the legs out to a, I can turn, out to a sole of the feet into our diamond. All right, so once again, with this motion, we always put blocks underneath. Not everybody has the ability to open up their legs out to the side. I tend to be able to do that. We don't ask me to bring my knees together and bring my legs out. So hips have range of motion. This is called external rotation. Internal rotation is the opposite direction where the knees are in that way. Okay, like snow plowing is an internal rotation of the hip. Some of us can do one better than the other, and a lot of people are kind of in the middle. So depending where you are, if you know you have a tendency to be able to open up your legs, these are no problem for you. If you have a tendency to be in that snowplow position, this is going to be a big challenge for you. So if you do that, you want to put blocks underneath of your hips so you're not overdoing it. Not that you can't gain some motion, we just don't want to crank on our hip joints. Okay? All right. So sitting up nice and tall, make your diamond as big or as small. Same thing that we did bending forward, leading with the chest coming forward. Breathe here. Every exhale, maybe taking up a little more distance. So I want to keep your spine in that nice neutral position. And then when you're ready, walking yourself back up, closing your legs. And then we'll go ahead and lie on our backs. Lie on our backs with our knees bent. Find your windshield wipers first. So windshield wipers, letting go on the long edges of the mat, and you're rocking from side to side. Gives you a sense of mobility that you have, maybe where there's a little bit of restriction. And then come to stillness. We'll go ahead and hug the right knee in towards your chest. And bend and straighten the knee. We'll go ahead and hold that leg up, straighten out the left leg and forward flex. And then let that knee fall out to the side, grab the bottom of your foot, top of the knee, press it away, lengthen out through the hip, or bring that leg up and over to the opposite side. And we'll hold this for about 3 to 5 breaths, nice, deep, and slow. And when you're ready, letting go back, straighten out the leg again, bend it in, lower it down, and then we'll switch to the other side. So hugging the left knee in, right leg long. And then bend and straighten the knee. Hold the foot up or the leg up and fully flex the ankle. And you relax that leg, so let the foot out to the, grab the foot and grab the back of the knee, press down with the knee and bring the leg up and go to the opposite side. One more breath here. Hug the knee back in. Lower the leg down, rebend it. All right, use some bridges. You can vary your bridge. I'm going to go ahead and raise my arms up overhead, press down with my feet, pull up into a bridge. So I always like to do one vertebrae at a time, coming up and down. I always feel good on my spine. But you don't have to do that. You can just go into a regular bridge. You can also put your feet on your blocks to raise your bridge higher up towards the ceiling. You can also stop your bridge at the bridge, hold it there, press those knees away, lift up through the buttocks a little more, and then coming back down. So anything you want to do, we'll do about 5 more bridges. It is important when you do the bridge to press down with your feet to get that momentum through the back of the body up to your buttocks. And then when you're finished, come back to windshield wipers. You just notice you have had some improvement in just what we did. Already feel it. You're coming back to stillness. Roll over to your side and make your way up into tabletop. This way. Finding your tabletop. Fingers nice and wide. Index finger facing the short edge of the mat. Palm down. So try to get your palm, feel your palm on your mat. Elbows and wrists are aligned with shoulders. Hips and knees are aligned as well. Once you're here, cat cow. Exhale into your cat. Inhale into your cow. You have your tailbone be the initiator of this motion. Imagine you're having a long tail. You're a nice and happy dog, the wagging the tail, everything's relaxed. Exhaling, tail between the legs. A scared dog, bringing the tail in between the legs. One more. Curl the toes, sit back onto your toes. And stretch the bottom of your foot. Reach the hands out in front. Keep those toes curled as you come into a down dog. First down dog here. Let the heels aim for your mat and you're pressing away your hands and your feet. So lengthen through your spine, tailbone up towards the ceiling. Elbows are facing, the elbow faces are facing one another. The head is in between your elbows. Shoulder blades are coming down the rib cage. And then when you're ready, drop the knees down. Come back into all fours or tabletop. We're gonna go ahead and move into some bird dogs. So we're gonna go ahead and straighten out the left leg, add the right arm. Breathe here. Nice 3 breaths. And then hand down, knee down, pause. Other side, straightening out the right, adding the left. Switch. Now, when we do these bird dogs, really keep your abdominals engaged. The pelvic floor is part of your program. Add that as well. You want to stay nice and strong. You don't want to be sitting into the knee and the hip that we're kneeling on. Coming back down and switch. You have a tendency to sink into the leg that we are kneeling on. Keep the strength in the gluteus here. Switch. One more on each. Holding around 3 breaths or so. And that's time. Hand down, knee down. Let's go into a nice relaxing child pose. So big toes can touch, knees out to the side or knees together. Doesn't matter. Dropping the head down, breathe here. And then when you're ready, coming back up into your tabletop. And let's curl those toes, sitting back. And then keep walking back. Be balanced on your toes. Remember to always keep your blocks nearby. You need those. And then we're going to go ahead and drop the heels down, coming into this forward fold. Then bend the knees and the ankles. And then allow your body to kind of just relax into this motion. Slow it down. And then pausing that motion, slowly rolling up one vertebrae. And once you're up, step to the front of your mat. If you're not there, I'm going to walk up and change the screen here. But walking up to the front of your mat, finding your mountain pose. Straighten forward, more hands into heart center. Find your breath in this pose. Feel the stability of your feet. Feel all 4 corners of your feet. So lift up your toes. Feel the big toe mound, the little toe mound, and then the heel on both sides, and then lower the toes down. Check in with your knees, make sure they're not locked back, keep them soft. And then all the way up the pelvis, rib cage, and the top of your head. And we're going to go ahead and inhale up. Inhale here. Exhale, extend. Forward fold, press it down. Come on. And again, inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale here. Exhale, extend. Forward fold, press it down, come on up. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale here. Exhale, extend it out. Hands to the mat or blocks. You're going to step back nice into a warrior one. So about halfway down your mat or so, press down with your legs and come up into warrior one. So that I have my left foot back. Sorry, you can't see my feet. So you're not going to see my head now, but that's okay. So that back leg is turned out about 45 degrees. Bend into that front knee. Okay, and widen the stance. So lots of times, sometimes in classes, they want your legs to be pretty narrow. Just think about train tracks. Your right foot is on one train track, the left foot is on the other, and it's turned out slightly. So bending into that front knee. Hands can be in heart center, they can be behind your back, they can be overhead for your warrior one. So keep your feet active here. Keep your belly button engaged. You're just on lengthen your spine. Spine, the crown of your head reaching up towards the sky. And we'll go ahead and bring the arms down, and we're going to step forward, back up into our mountain. So find your mountain again. So wiggle around. It might feel a little different because we just did that warrior one. And then when you're ready, inhale up, exhale forward fold. Inhale here, exhale, extend it out. Hands to the mat, step that right foot back, make adjustments for your train track, come up into warrior one on the other side. And so what I didn't mention on the other, first time we did this, is your hips are facing the short edge of the mat. So we're not rotated out, that's warrior two, which we will do in a moment. But warrior one, front of the mat. Right? And arms can be wherever you want them to be. So I'll hold this for a few more breaths, using this strength in your legs, crown of the head up towards the ceiling. And on the next exhale, you put your hands on your hips and then step it forward, finding your warrior. Inhale up, exhale forward fold. Inhale here, exhale extend it out. Hands to the mat, take that left foot back, nice and wide. So we're going to warrior two. Here's my second hand there. Press down with your right foot, come up nice and wide. So I find the tendency for this warrior two is too narrow of a stance. So you really do want to have a pretty wide stance here. That front leg is facing forward, that knee bends. This back leg, I like to see this hip kind of rotate in a bit, even though we are facing the long edge of the mat, it's the femur that's rotating in, not the pelvis. Okay, so make it comfortable. So that back foot should be flared out a bit. Depends a lot on your hip joints. So be careful with your hip joints. So bending into that front leg, arms up, relax them down, palm up, reverse the warrior. Hold that, lengthen, breathe into the side body. On the next exhale, coming over to extended side angle. So now resting this, but not weight, just resting. Take that other arm up and over, or behind your back. Right here, but we're still facing the long edge of the mat. On the next exhale, back it up, palm up, triangle. So we're gonna do the palm up. I'm just showing you now. Put your hands, actually everybody put their hands on their hip joint, which is down in that crease. Let that sink in. And as we do that, this hip is gonna go up. That right arm is gonna go out in front. Still staying facing the long edge of the mat. And then drop that arm down. The other arm can go up or behind your back. Now, I want you to stay comfortable in your spine. My right side right now is not my favorite side bend too, so I'm staying right here. Back of my palm to the back of my knee and vice versa, giving myself some resistance there. So remember, always take care of yourself on your mat. I know I can go further, but it's not going to be pleasant. So I'm going to be kind to myself and do what I can on this side. And then on my next exhale, coming back up into warrior two. And then I'm going to take my hands to those hip creases again, turn and face the long edge of my mat. Breathe here. And then right from the hips, I'm going to fold forward. So coming down, keep the knees soft. We're not locking them out. Coming down towards, I'm bringing my hands to my feet, or I can use a block. Okay, make adjustments as you need to. I'm going to see if I can get the heels of my feet out a little bit. And drop my head down and breathe into this extended forward fold. So what do we need for this? We need inner thighs that are going to allow us to open up. And then I'm going to walk myself back up. I'm going to turn that left foot to face the long edge of, or the short edge of the mat. I'm going to bring that one up because I kind of went a little wide there. Just down with your left foot. Come up. We're going to warrior two here. So once again, checking in with your hip. My hip pelvis is facing the long edge of the mat. This leg opens up. This one rotates in. And make adjustments as you need to for your foot. Just don't over extend yourself. And the stance, once again, should be pretty wide. Okay. Float the arms up into warrior two. Gaze over that middle finger. And then when you're ready, extend your warrior. And then coming over to extended side angle, reaching up and over, lengthening this right side. Remember, this is just resting here. We're not leaning on it, okay? It's just there to rest. And always can go behind your back as well. On the next exhale, though, we're going to press down with our legs. Come on back up. Find those hip joints, hip creases. Straighten out that front leg. Let that joint sink into its socket as this right hip comes up. Take that left arm out and into triangle on this side. Breathe here. That top arm can always go behind your back. On your next exhale, coming back up into warrior two. Keep over that middle finger. Press the hands down to the hip joints. Turn and face the long edge of the mat. We're going to come back forward. It's time. Once you're down, once again, use the block if you need to. We're going to put the left hand on the block or the floor. Draw the right arm up towards the ceiling. And back down. Bring it up. We're just trying to move the upper body here. One more time up. This time, as you come down, reach over for your opposite leg. Okay, so somewhere along that leg, could be thigh, could be shin, calf, and then coming back to center, switch over to the other side. So right arm down, left arm up, and back down. Yeah. And one more. And then this time as you keep through, reaching for that opposite arm leg. Breathe here. And coming back, release those arms. If your head was down pretty far, just slowly walk, bring your head up nice and slow, then walk your feet in. Bend the knees, roll yourself up. Let's turn the feet out to the side. We're gonna, whoop, my knee just scratched. Squat down. Exhale, come up. Do a few of these. Inhale as we go down. Exhale as you come up. If you want to strengthen the pelvic floor, add that in. Pull it up and relax. Pull it up. Pull it. Relax. If you're not focusing on the pelvic floor, press really down with those heels and use the quadricep and butt to really squeeze the butt and the legs. You want to focus there. One more. Good. Now we'll squat down, pelvic circles. Rotating all the way around. And then the opposite direction. And then better walk yourself together. If you want to add some balancing, I'm not going to do that myself right now. You can do it on the left, but not my right. But pause the video. Take a few moments, maybe a minute or two, to practice your balance pose. And then restart the video. And we'll meet up lying on our backs. Have your strap with you when you come back to your mat. Okay. And we're going to come down onto our backs with strap in hand. And wrap the strap around your hands. Around ones. Thumbs are out. Palms are facing one another, belly button towards your spine. And take the arms up overhead, not letting the back arch. Exhale back to center. Do that again. Just control of your abdominal muscles. And then go ahead and relax the arms, relax the strap. You don't need the strap. Legs on the long edges of the mat and windshield wiper from side to side. And come into stillness. Hug one knee in, then the other. Let the legs fall out, away from one another, reaching into our happy baby. So you can hold the ankles, the soles of the feet. to 10 breaths in Happy Baby. Relaxing the pelvic floor, relaxing the hips. Let the arms just kind of anchor onto the bottom of your feet and just use gravity to bring the shoulders down towards the floor. Whenever you have enough or you've reached 10 breaths or so, you're always going to come out of these postures slowly. So for getting out of Happy Baby, soles of the feet together. Close the knees. Lower the legs down one at a time. Bring our hands into heart center, thumbs at the heart. Keeping your belly button engaged. Take the arms up overhead, have the elbows touched. Up overhead and snow angel down. More of these. Find your block. You can do legs up towards the ceiling or supported bridge. Once you find your posture, we're going to hold that for 10 breaths. Whenever you're ready to come out, take your time and get ready for Shavasana. Using any props and make your Shavasana as comfortable as possible. But also remembering sometimes when we settle into Shavasana and we start to really let go, then we need to shift, and that's perfectly fine. So once you get into Shavasana, if you have your legs straight, see if you can feel the back of your thighs, mat. So where do you feel more pressure? Maybe the calves, maybe the right calf more than the left. And these are just awarenesses, but not judgments or anything that you need to change. Take a few deep jumping breaths and settle into your shavasana. As you exhale, imagine all the tension in your face is melting away. Letting go the corners of your eyes, the corners of your nose, corners of your mouth. And letting the ears kind of fall down towards your mat. As you exhale, let your shoulders move towards the mat and ease away from your ears. Allowing your shoulder blades to come towards one another or relax on the mat as your collarbones open up, opening up through the heart center. Letting go through your belly, the mid belly, the lower belly, all of the abdominal wall. Sensing the awareness of your ribcage opening and closing with each breath. It's a nice, gentle flow. And then go through the lower back and all the way up to the back of the neck. And support it your mat. As the upper body opens up, so does the back body. You're letting go through each of your hips. And the legs fall where they want to fall. Are you ready? Begin to wiggle fingers and toes. Wrists and ankles. Slowly making your way over to sideline. Okay. Gradually making your way up to seated posture. Bring your hands into heart center, a bow, thanking yourself for coming to your mat and taking time out for you. Namaste. A wonderful rest of your day.